What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling curious today, Cancer. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, when she's going to avoid, of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware there, Cancer, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Alright, Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Venus Day. Venus rules over Fridays. Is a great day for you to maybe go do something and go buy yourself some new set of new wardrobe there, Cancer. Do some things that make yourself feel good. Maybe go get your nails done, or maybe go out for a massage, or maybe go out for a dinner, maybe go meet up with some friends, or maybe this could be a great evening for like a date night, or maybe grabbing a lunch, Cancer. Just really very pleasant energies when we get into Venus days, and this could be a great day even to, Cancer, kind of get your finances in order. Really just fantastic energy. And also, Cancer, we are in a waxing crescent phase in the sign of Gemini. And this is an interesting place for the moon to be, Cancer, because I feel with this phase and sign that the moon is in, this could be a very active one, I feel, considering that Mercury is in the dispositor of the sign where the moon's at, is in Aries right now. So you have that kind of hot, impulsive energy of Aries, that quick, perceptive, just taking it all, absorption, curious mind of Gemini. And so I feel we want to be mindful of just like potential burnout. Even like this sort of like sensory kind of overload there, Cancer, between you. Because let me tell you, Gemini, my moon's in Gemini. And when you're dealing with that moon and Gemini energy, it can take in a lot. It can be even perceiving your emotions on a deeper level, or not on a deeper level, but like experiencing these emotions a lot faster, and maybe it can be hard to sometimes even make the connections with what's going on. But I feel this energy is a chance for you to, one, find a way, if you do find yourself one who is kind of overly stimulated or very sensitive, finding ways to make space to process that, whether this be, the moon in Gemini. Like, one thing I invite people to do who have mercurial placements like Gemini or Virgo, to journal. Something to just get to, because again, you take in so much with the Gemini energy. And with us being able to feel that the way we do couple that, Cancer, again, it can just be a lot sometimes. So yeah, I feel this is an invitation to kind of get yourself in order, kind of allow yourself to be curious. I feel with this Gemini energy, kind of see where some areas that we can even like learn a bit more, kind of get the details kind of in order here, Cancer. This is a very kind of quick mental energy for the moon to be in. So this can be one too of, I feel like if you're learning maybe some new skills possibly for this thing, or, this could be exploring different resources possibly here, or something along those lines here, Cancer. But yeah, I just feel like mainly with this one, just be mindful of holding your cards there, Cancer. Hold on, Cancer. Take care of yourself. But yeah, this could be time to be curious to kind of look into some things about as far as like explore whatever it is that you're learning there, Cancer. Pay attention to, I feel, with how as you're working on this thing, how you're seeing your environment even a little bit differently there, Cancer. Are you feeling a bit more enlivened? Because this is very, I feel, kind of invigorating energy, because that moon will be forming a sextile with that Mercury at some point and hitting all those Aries placements. So again, this could be a very exciting energy too, but I'm not, who knows what may come up with that, Cancer. So I feel like allow it to just be in a place of observation. And if you notice that you do develop some thoughts or get fixated on something, then that may be something to write down and to maybe explore a little bit further here, if that makes sense, Cancer. So that's what I'm kind of picking up with this Gemini, this waxing crescent in Gemini here, Cancer. So it's just something to be mindful of. And last few things here, Cancer. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so applying these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I really enjoy watching their Cancer, so definitely check them out. They're a very fantastic group. I think you'd really enjoy them. There is a link for an astrologer down there as well there, Cancer. Some links for some podcasts, some websites I enjoy, some like astrology websites, and some links for some apps as well there, Cancer, or at least a list of apps that I like work with their, Cancer. So definitely check that all out there. Avail yourself of all these goodies that are down in that description box. And Cancer too, just even think about this energy here. This is a great couple this with Venus Day. This is a great energy to talk about some ideas, get some stuff cooking up there. But with your general energy of the day here, Cancer, you have the Stag Spirit here, which is the Take the Lead card. And I feel that this is something here where if you are curious about something, Cancer, this is a time to explore that with this Gemini energy. You're in a place where you can absorb things a lot faster and your mind is a bit more flexible. But keep in mind though, Cancer, that sometimes Gemini energy where it can absorb things very fast, it can sometimes again be all over the place. So you want to try to find a way to give this thing some sort of whatever this energy that you take the lead on exploring, give it some structure. But I do feel there is a need to kind of again take the lead on this, some sort of experience, taking off on some sort of endeavor where you are expanding a little bit, learning, because Gemini is in that energy needs this. It benefits from having these new experiences, these new stimuli, and I feel like that's why sometimes people may refer to Gemini energy as being two-faced or being this, and Gemini energy is just on the quest of something new. And when it becomes familiar with you, it doesn't mean that energy doesn't love you, but it's just going to go somewhere else and not leave you. But it's just like there's that energy needs to be in this state of analysis, in the state of experience. And I feel this could even be to Cancer. Even just thinking about the waxing crescent being this state of self-esteem where Mercury is kind of talking about that energy of self and of bravery and of courage. This can even be where it's like I almost feel like paying attention to the mind and how it may be getting in the way of us taking the lead possibly here. How the thoughts maybe can flow so fast and we can get caught in a narrative so quickly. That's one thing that's kind of coming up there. But also a time that you can learn different ways to maybe you can kind of build yourself up there, Cancer, and get into this place of being the leader, being the main character in your life. Who was I just telling that to? I think I was telling that to Taurus. But let me get some tarot on this, Cancer, and get some details with this Stag Spirit. All right, Cancer. Take care of yourself. All right, so you have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands in reverse. And you have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Moons upright here, Cancer. And let's talk about this King of Moons, because I feel there's something here, Cancer, that when I was talking about that observation energy earlier, the King of Moons is a very, very deep type of figure. And with this Eight of Swords here, there's something I feel that is something that's keeping us in the way, or that's keeping us locked up here, Cancer. Maybe these, again, like those thoughts that I was talking about with that Gemini energy. Maybe there's something that is getting in the way of self. I feel like as the moon, again, is kind of traveling through Gemini, and eventually will be forming these aspects with like Chiron and with the North Node. This may bring up some of the ways that you may feel restricted, or maybe you have been feeling restricted. But again, this, when you get an intellectual or like an air sign in the moon energy, I feel like this is an invitation to blend the head and the heart. It may be a little tricky, but it's more so about, but it can be, that's interesting. This Knight of Wands is saying like this can be something that is kind of fun here, Cancer, because this gives you the chance to overall learn, get some more tools about yourself, see things a bit more honestly, find some fun ways to raise yourself up. And I feel like this Knight of Wands is, when I say that, like, if this is some fun ways to raise yourself up, it's like sometimes I feel that when it comes to, like, I'm just thinking about like abundance and things like that, where we just wait for it to come to us, when sometimes we need to take the lead in the initiative and look for it, because it's always all around us. And I feel there's something very grounded in this, and that's very interesting for the King of Moons. Something very grounded in him, or he feels very secure in where he's at, where he's going. And let me get a little bit more on the King of Moons here, Cancer, then I think I'm going to move on from this. But this, I even feel, Cancer, this is even inviting an energy for some. Maybe we're thinking that we can't accomplish something here. Hold on, Cancer. Interesting. Think of yourself. So the King of Moons is clarified by the Hanged Man in reverse, and then you have the Death card upright here, Cancer. And there's something that is changing, I feel, in you, Cancer, that is like there's a part of you that's needing to die away, in a sense. This concept of what fear is, possibly, and maybe working with this in a different type of way, coming with a bit of still maybe feeling these emotions, I feel, but not letting it prevent you from taking action. That's Scorpio energy. Scorpio is one that's not afraid to feel these intense emotions and whatever that may mean, because they know that as long as they're living in their truth, living in doing what they feel and not letting the mind kind of muck things up a little bit. But where they say that Gemini does, of course, Gemini does have this great thinking power, this great knowledge, but Gemini, just like really on a base level, is really kind of just perceiving, it's perception, taking in the immediate environment, and it's the mind is now being introduced after we've moved from Taurus into this energy. So I just feel like it's seeing something in a different perspective here, Cancer. And Gemini does bring this sense of duality, maybe even seeing yourself in a dual type of way, understanding maybe the definition of what it means to take the lead in something there. So that's very interesting, Cancer. Oh, let's get some more on this. Oh. Cancer. Take care of yourself. So you have the Four of Stars, the Sun, and the Moon card in reverse, and the Moon card is Pisces. And then you have, you have those upright, and then you have the Seven of Wands in reverse here, Cancer. And the Seven of Wands here is giving me this, because this can be a card of criticism, of needing to protect your energies. And I feel there's a need to be mindful of those kind of criticizing energies, whether it be from you or from others, as far as like journeying into the unknown, taking this lead and trying something here. There's something I feel that maybe you're trying to. It's very interesting, Cancer. It's like we're tapping into some kind of new reserves here with the Four of Stars, and I feel like this is you getting ready to shine a bit brighter. Maybe not necessarily coming in a lead role, but walking in with that energy of a leader, someone who faces their fears head on, who acknowledges them and observes them and uses them as a means for as a recipe in their growth formula. You know, it's very interesting here, this stag spirit. There's this grace, that stags move with, but there's still this power that is happening as well there, that I'm kind of feeling with this energy here, Cancer. So, yeah, this is, I feel for some, it's like taking the lead on whatever this change may be. And this could even be, I'm even feeling for some where maybe accountability is getting involved. This could be where you're taking accountability for something. This could be allowing someone else to maybe, let them kind of be with themselves for a while. Let them, instead of trying to teach them a lesson, let them figure it out themselves, possibly even there. And let them be allowing them the space to be inquisitive, to be curious about and reflect on whatever may have gone on here, Cancer. But just if that's something that's resonating with you. But Gemini is very it has a very, because I feel the energy moves very fast, it can really kind of cook up this really great story, this imagination. And I feel that there is this, even to just picturing something that I'm not sure, Cancer, you becoming, shining just again a bit brighter than you had expected to, in a sense with this energy. But, and just even thinking about with this, Cancer, and I'm going to talk about this a bit tomorrow, but you have with the Sun being here and the Hanged Man, Neptune energy, the Sun is getting ready to conjunct Neptune. And I feel that energy can be one where you're taking this personality, who you want to be, and this can be where you're accessing something big. You can connect with spirit and allow, almost I feel like even allowing spirit to kind of take the lead and follow the footsteps of your higher self, allowing yourself to really kind of see the path even a bit more clearly. Interesting, Cancer. But let's get some advice from Mercury. Let's see what's going on with us. Letting that intuition take the lead, those instincts there, Cancer. Trusting in things with this Moon card, something that you're just something you can't really see, like, but it's there. It's like air. You can't see it, but you know it's there, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Take care of yourself. Last little bit here. Got a nice little chunk. So you have the, ooh, there's my girl. So you have the Fool, Uranus energy, the Empress, Venus energy, the Queen of Swords, and the one of the special major arcana cards in this deck, the New Moon in reverse. And then you have the Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords upright here, Cancer. Let's switch back over. Because I feel with this energy here, Cancer, this new moon, I feel, is the invitation to, like, for whatever this Pisces season, this is a time for you to take a leap of faith, to take the lead, to, it's like we're getting ready to get out of this Pisces energy here soon. The energies are starting to wake up. We're getting in more of these energies, and higher self has been kind of leading the way. I feel like kind of helping us guide through, walk through these sort of like unclear times. This has been a time to have been inquisitive, to kind of formulate that bond, because there are new paths, I feel, opening up here with the Six of Swords. New ways of being, new ways of thinking, just new kind of fresh energy here, like freeing kind of energy, I feel, with the Fool being here. But I feel these, with the Empress being in reverse, there's something here where there's maybe a need to, this could be a self-confidence thing, possibly, and I love that Venus showed up on Venus Day, but this could be where maybe this is a self-confidence thing, possibly something where we're not feeling in alignment, or the alignment hasn't become natural yet. We're afraid to maybe step out of a comfort zone with the Empress, and now it's just a time, I feel like, for the Empress to kind of show the gifts that she has, to take the lead on whatever it is that she's trying to change, or whatever that you may be curious about there, Cancer. Or I'm even getting, because the sun is in Pisces for a little while longer. We got the sun and Pisces in the moon card here, Pisces energy. And yeah, Neptune in Pisces, Venus just entered into Pisces. So with this still kind of heavy Pisces energy that's, kind of going on here, Cancer, there's something here about just like this forgiveness, and I don't know, just like maybe taking the lead on maybe closing out some kind of chapter here, possibly. Not letting something be a burden here with the Ten of Wands. And then, like I was saying, with that stag spirit being so graceful, just walking away from something with grace. You know, hmm. And I feel like the Seven of Wands is getting to where we're not criticizing that, protecting your energies from that, being in that space of judgment. It's not for. I feel like it's you be taking control of what you're, be accountable for you, Cancer. Let others be for them. But very interesting, Cancer. I think I'm gonna leave that there. So if something resonated with you, Cancer, or if you like that, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer, because I feel that there's something here with, like, even like if we take the leap, there could be this abundance even possibly here. It's very interesting how that Empress full new moon energy is coming up there. And it's like we may not have the clear path of where we're going, but it's something that's freeing on the other side, but we won't know until we take that leap of faith, it feels like, Cancer. But yeah, then subscribe there, you new moon. Hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each day. And then last few things, Cancer, if you're curious how these energies again are translating in your chart, and you want to know maybe more about where the planets are, how the moon interacts with you, maybe go over your lunar return chart, maybe go over a moon, because that's one thing I do. If I notice that there's, maybe some challenges, and even just kind of see in general where I may be at, what have been some things and how I've handled that, even like, and that's on one of the websites that I listed down there, astro.com. it can give you this like lunar opposition return along with your lunar return, and that's when it's in your opposite, the moon is in your opposite sign. What are some emotions that we're having troubles integrating there, and so, yeah, we can check out all this kind of stuff there, Cancer. I am going to give a little bit more, provide more options with the different prices for those ones here in a little bit. So, but then after we get done checking your chart there, Cancer, we can come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8, and I talk about where the aspects are at, what are some exact aspects that are happening during that specific week of time, and how they may be playing in your energies. And I do monthly videos as well, which I'm just getting ready to wrap up the Celestial News Monthly for Aries season. And this was a very interesting energy, I feel, for the Soul Tribe. We had a very fascinating one there, Cancer. We gotta be mindful of those emotions. But yeah, and then I do yearly ones as well there, Cancer, and it's a great old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, Cancer. Oh, so I can get you out of here. And Cancer, we have the Emperor in reverse here. And that's fascinating. Because I feel you got this combination before, and I think I may have talked about this. Or at least I meant to talk about this last time. So it's interesting that it came back up again. So, because and this is going to be in April, but we're going to have that new moon solar eclipse that's happening in Aries. And I feel that this energy here that's an invitation for you to again take the lead, Cancer, for you to shine bright, to be brave, to be courageous, for and it's very interesting with the Emperor and the Empress being here. I feel for some, and just considering that you got your Four of Wands in reverse here, you can take this as it resonates. That if no one is willing to take the lead in something, or if we find ourselves at a standstill, I don't know, something may be, and this has been something, if there's been something for a while there, Cancer. I'm not saying that there's just going to be something that relationships are just all of a sudden. No, this would have been something I feel like has been kind of leading for a while. This could either be maybe where there's either like taking the lead on possibly even like taking things to the next level, possibly here with the Emperor and the Empress. That's just something that's kind of coming through there, Cancer. So, maybe a conversation that's needing to be had, maybe why these fears, and there may not be anything wrong. It may just need to feel a little bit more secure. Just because I feel we're not ready to take the leap immediately, that doesn't mean that there needs to be any sort of, or there doesn't have to be dissonance if we don't need to be now. If that's where priorities, then such as, it is what it is there, Cancer. But yeah, let me get an oracle on this. Let me get your other oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Cancer. Yeah, this was a very fascinating reading. Alright, Cancer. Take care of yourself. So you have the Pearl card here. And this is a card of alchemy, the reward at the end, and from grit to grace. And we've been pretty much talking about grace this whole time there, Cancer. And I feel that it's like, whatever this take the lead is, Cancer, and I feel like especially if we're starting up something, or maybe we're getting ready to ask someone to start a relationship, or we don't know what reward is going to be at the end of whatever we attempt, but I do feel that it is worth doing the alchemy to try to see what can happen, to see what can manifest, to learn from this experience, because we are going to get some kind of pearl from this thing. You are going to go from grit to grace. It goes from where your approach may be a bit more, it might be a bit unpolished at first, but you don't get to that emperor or that empress state until you start walking towards it, until you fumble a few times, until you learn your swagger, till you take the lead and plant whatever this is that's getting started here, in order to be curious, to be able to learn more, to be able to understand. Yeah, this was a very interesting meeting there, Cancer. But I think I'm going to leave that there. There's something to think about. But you stay safe out there, Cancer, with this, whatever we're taking the lead on here. And, I feel like there's a lot that we can learn from this. And maybe this energy may kind of have you at at odds. There might be some challenges here, I feel, with this Aries energy that's coming up, getting ready to come up here for us, Cancer, because we're going to be in a lot of heavy Aries energy. And so, yeah, just be mindful, Cancer, of that. Be brave, be assertive. Keep eyes on the moon. She's got our best interests at heart there, Cancer. And I will catch you, lucky for you, on the next one tomorrow, because we have a special event there, Cancer. We have our first quarter moon phase tomorrow, so I'll talk with you about that, then go into depth with all the chart and aspects that are going on in that energy. So till tomorrow, Cancer.